Have you ever really thought about the true cost of an event? I mean, beyond the tickets, beyond the marketing spend, there's this hidden price tag. Today, we're diving into how to look at events, not just as gatherings, but as these massive opportunities for real, sustainable action. Let's get into it.
Okay, let's start with just a number. 1.8 kilograms. That's almost 4 pounds. So get this. Industry studies show that this is the average amount of waste just one single conference attendee can generate in one day. Just let that sink in. Now multiply that by hundreds, maybe thousands of people over a few days. The numbers get crazy fast.
And you gotta ask, right? Is all of this waste, the single-use banners, the mountains of plastic water bottles, all that uneaten food, is that really just the unavoidable cost of doing business? Or is there a much smarter way to do this?
To find that smarter way, we first have to look way beyond the trash can. Turns out, the real environmental footprint of an event is often kind of hidden in plain sight. And believe me, it's a lot bigger than most of us think.
Yeah, this footprint isn't just about what we throw away. Think about the incredible amount of energy it takes to light and cool a huge convention center for 3 days straight, or the carbon emissions from flying in 1,000 attendees from all over the world. It's the water, the food, the travel, all of it adds up to a seriously significant environmental impact.
Now, that challenge sounds huge, I get it, but our guide for this explainer, an organizational strategist named Soren Friemel, he doesn't see a problem at all. No, he sees a massive opportunity for innovation.
You see, for Friemel, sustainability isn't about doing less or making sacrifices. It's actually a creative challenge. It's about fundamentally redesigning how we plan and run events to make them better, smarter, and way more impactful in every sense of the word.
And this guy really knows his stuff. He's got over a decade of experience in the field, an MBA that's focused specifically on sustainability management, and a research background in ESG. That's environmental, social, and governance principles. Soren has literally built his career on turning good intentions into actual, real-world results.
So he lays out this really practical framework to do exactly that. It's a way to weave sustainable thinking into the entire life cycle of an event, starting from the very first brainstorming session. He calls it the sustainability lens. And the idea is actually super simple but really powerful. It's a 3-stage approach that makes sure sustainability isn't just some afterthought you tack on at the end, but a core piece of the strategy from start to finish.
The framework itself is this really elegant, simple loop. It all starts before the event, with setting super clear goals. Then, during the event, it's all about executing mindfully. And this is key. It keeps going after the event is over, by measuring what worked and figuring out how to do even better next time.
Now, Soren really emphasizes that this first stage, the before, is the most important one. Why? Well, because the goals you set right here, whether it's something like reduce waste by 50% or source all food locally, that becomes your guide. It's the North Star for every single decision you make from that point on, from picking a venue to planning the menu.
Okay, so you've set the goals. What does this actually look like in practice? Let's jump into the during and after stages, where all that good strategy turns into real, tangible action.
The real power of this whole framework is in these simple swaps. Instead of pallets of plastic water bottles, picture this: cool water refill stations. Instead of stacks of paper agendas, a slick digital event app. Swapping a generic venue for a green certified one, or a heavy meat-based menu for a locally sourced plant-forward one. I mean, these aren't radical sacrifices, they're just smarter choices.
And the work is not over when the last person leaves. The after stage is what turns a one-time success into a long-term sustainable practice. It's where you measure your impact, you get feedback from attendees, and you share the results transparently. And that's what creates this amazing cycle of improvement, making every single event you do better than the last.
All right, so this all sounds fantastic for the planet, but let's be real. What about the business? Let's talk about the why. Because doing this doesn't just feel good, it delivers real, tangible benefits right to the bottom line. Look, when you host a sustainable event, you're not just cutting waste, you are actively building your brand. It boosts your reputation, it creates a much deeper loyalty with attendees who care about these things, and often it straight up reduces your operational costs. Less waste, that means less money on disposal. Less energy, a lower utility bill. It's a win-win.
The business case is just undeniable. A huge chunk of the value, almost half, comes from strengthening your brand image. But a really big piece also comes directly from saving money, with another nice boost from positive community engagement. It's a win for your brand, a win for your budget, and a win for the planet.
But maybe the biggest payoff isn't something you can just stick on a spreadsheet. As Surin puts it, the ultimate goal here is to create an experience that actually inspires people, one that sparks conversations and new ideas that keep going long after the event itself is over. At the end of the day, an event might be a temporary gathering, but its impact on your brand, on your community, and on the environment, that can be permanent. So the only question left is, what will your next event inspire?